Kaboom! Look, Jeff Bezos' ex-wife recently got married. I'm a little bit late in talking about this, but this one kind of went underneath the radar. I wonder why. I'm Greg Kennedy. Welcome to the channel. Look, let me read it right here for you, because you probably didn't hear it either. Miss Scott, one of the world's wealthiest women, has married Dan Jewett, a science teacher at a private school. Makenzie Scott, the philanthropist formerly married to Jeff Bezos, has married again, following her 2019 divorce from the Amazon.com Inc. founder, according to a person familiar with the matter. Miss Scott, one of the world's wealthiest women, has married Dan Jewett, a science teacher at a Seattle private school, according to the person. So look, she got married. Very little was heard about that. It totally went on the radar. Can you imagine if Jeff Bezos got married? How many people say, oh, that was quick? And people say, oh, why would he do such a silly thing? Why is it that she got married? One of the wealthiest women in the world. I think her net worth is 60 something billion. So just in case you need a little bit of a reminder of this, when Jeff Bezos was getting divorced, Jeff Bezos was married to Makenzie Scott. Jeff Bezos was married to Makenzie Scott for approximately 25 years. I don't know about you, that marriage ended, but that marriage didn't fail. I know people like to say, oh, they divorced, their marriage failed. No. That marriage is a successful marriage. If that's what failure is, where do I sign? If you tell me that I'm going to be a billionaire, my wife and I, and then she's going to take 25% at the end of my divorce, I say, yeah, I'll sign up for that. 4 kids, become a billionaire, and then I leave my wife for maybe somebody younger, hotter. If that's what it is, if that's failure, bro, just show me where to sign. Look, all marriage end with death or divorce. Not because a marriage end in divorce that meant it failed. But you know what? I don't want to veer too much into that direction, because I think that I can do that in a different video. Here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the fact that here we have a billionaire getting married, but nobody talks about it. If Jeff Bezos got married, on the contrary, everyone would talk about it. And by the way, I can go on the record, I know that Jeff Bezos will get married soon. Either to the woman he's with now, or another one. How do I know this? Because it's what rich people do. It's what wealthy people do. Wealthy people get married. Not getting married is a poor people habit. Say that one more time. Not getting married is a poor people habit. Definitely. The wealthiest people I know, and I bet the wealthiest people you know in your community and around, they usually are married. Middle class, upper middle class, wealthy people, they get married, and usually they stay married. The wealthier they are, it increases the probability that you're going to stay married. Obviously, sometimes it fails. That happens. Jeff Bezos is a good example again of a wealthy person's marriage coming to an end. But generally speaking, the wealthy get married and they stay married. But here's what I want to get at. Quite often we hear that, you know what, these rich women, they don't get married. They know the game. And of course, they always point to Oprah. Oprah is not getting married. Oprah is never getting married because she's a billionaire. Why would a rich person get married? Well, I'm never going to be as rich as Oprah. I doubt it. Highly unlikely. Oprah is valued probably 2.6 billion thereabout. No comparison compared to Makenzie Campbell, Jeff Bezos' ex-wife. We're talking about approximately $65 billion. Like $65 billion. But she got married to a science teacher. The point I'm making is this. It totally nullifies the argument that, you know what, Oprah, because she's a rich woman, she's not going to get married. Generally, the wealthy people get married. Not getting married is a poor people argument. It's a poor people habit. And in fact, not getting married is one of the reasons why some of these people are poor. Obviously, there are many contributing factors why people are poor, but not getting married is one of those things. When you marry, you must leverage your marriage and use your marriage help to create wealth, because it is a business. In fact, I'm talking about marriage a lot, and I'm doing a series called the Red Pill Marriage, where I talk about how marriage benefit men, how marriage benefit women, children, and society. Everyone benefits from marriage. Marriages are not perfect, but it's still the best system we have for producing and creating healthy, dynamic families. If you fight against marriage, you're fighting against the family. If you're fighting against marriage without knowing it, inadvertently, you have teamed up with womanism. Womanism is the first movement that fought against marriage in the 70s, saying that women are slaves when they become married. Slave to their husband, they become submissive, they don't get to develop their own talents. What womanism have done, they are using men now to fight their war for them. These men don't recognize what they're doing. They think that this is their idea, but they're being manipulated. Where do you think this energy is coming from for marriage? More and more we see less and less people getting married, and they're marrying later and later. And of course, they marry later on, and then they struggle to have kids and all those problems. Too many times people fail to understand they've got less time than you think. It is later than you think. It's kind of like women in their 20s thinking that, you know what, I can party all my 20s and then in my 30s I can catch up. And a lot of guys are partying all their 30s and thinking they're 40 they can catch up. But I'm going to do a separate video on that, showing why, you know, men shouldn't get married too young, but they definitely shouldn't leave it too late. Okay? But just to wrap this up, just to say that, look, using this news article that Jeff Bezos' ex-wife got married, it goes to show that generally not everybody is worried about constantly somebody's going to take 50%. And this 50% argument, we know it's not true. I'm not a lawyer, but that's not how it works. You don't automatically lose 50% when you divorce. The truth is you can lose more. The truth is you can lose 25%, you can lose 40%, you can lose 0. Obviously divorce, you know, costs this and that, but there's always negotiation at the table. This arbitrary, this mandatory 50% argument that you lose and divorce, that's not how it works. Do you remember before Jeff Bezos got divorced, people were saying he's going to lose 50% of his wealth? That didn't happen. Oh, by the way, I think Jeff Bezos got married in California. I could be wrong about this, but I think he got married in California. California is a community state where if you get divorced, you would normally lose 50%. Is it everything that you accrue during the marriage would split in half? That did not happen in Jeff Bezos' case. That is to show that the mandatory 50% argument is not true. That's not how it works. I'm not a lawyer, but I know this. That's not how it works. It's a negotiation at the table. She actually got 25% of Jeff Bezos' wealth, which in my opinion she totally deserved. She was there from the very beginning, and she had she was there holding him down, and 4 kids. No problem with that. And I don't think Jeff Bezos would have any problem. It's reasonable. It's not like somebody now. I think if Jeff Bezos is married now, definitely he should have a prenup. But who has billions and worry about, oh, she's gonna take some of my money? Come on. Jeff Bezos may want to be a trillionaire, but he's not stupid. You don't die, you don't live forever and carry this money with you when you die. That's not how it works. So having a family is probably even more invaluable. So just to emphasize that, look, Jeff Bezos divorced now, but I'm pretty sure he'll get married soon. And when he gets married, mark my word, it's going to be talked about everywhere. His ex-wife gets married, nobody talks about it. Here's a woman marrying a teacher. One of the richest women in the world, 65 billion approximately, got married to a teacher, nobody pays attention. But what it does though, it has rub out the argument that, oh, these rich women don't get married. Yes, they do. The truth is, yes, wealthy women usually want to marry somebody wealthier than they are. It's normal. It's hypergamy at its best. Women marry up. That's how they're socialized, and that's how it is. No problem with me. I've got no problem with that. In fact, I would encourage it. If I have nieces and daughters, I would encourage it. No problem. But when you're that wealthy, like Makenzie Scott, you have 65 billion, it's kind of hard to look up. Most of those men are old, much older than you are anyway. Most of those men who have more money than you are much older. And so she's marrying a school teacher and it's great. Guys, what do you think? What do you think it eliminates the argument that wealthy women don't get married? Because that is normally the argument that these women know what's up. Rich women don't get married. Oprah doesn't get married. I would like to hear your opinion in the comments. Peace.